This is JabberTalky's review of Minor and Commander, The Far Side of the Verse. And Harrison Ford is still grumpy. While Orson Scott Card's novel has served to influence much of modern sci-fi, the film itself is really an amalgamation of Star Wars, The Last Starfighter, Starship Troopers, The Matrix, Independence Day, Tron, and surprisingly, it works. So basically, we Independence Day'd the alien Formix 50 years ago, and then they're like, I'm back! But on fascist dystopia Earth, Viola Davis and Han Solo find Ender Wiggin at Starship Trooper School, and they're like, he's the one. And Ender is like, yeah, I probably am the one. And Han Solo's like, great kid, don't get cocky. This is a movie that appears on the outside and at first glance to be childlike, but ultimately is very dark, very serious, and very mature fare. Some critics have said that this movie is fairly humorless, and I'm not really sure where that's coming from. In spite of how there's this dour shadow looming over the proceedings, there's a lot of well-earned laughs in the movie. I had a great time. The film is also laden with some top-notch special effects, except for as much as I love the action in this film, I couldn't help but feel it was a little ironic to watch this gloriously violent special effects extravaganza concerning themes such as how our modern society desensitizes us, especially our children, to violence and the consequences of it. And unfortunately, in the film's attempt to convey those themes and at the same time appeal to a broad and unfortunately bloodthirsty, well, explosion-thirsty audience, ironically, it becomes that which it's denouncing in its themes. All in all, I gotta say this is one of the finest book-to-film adaptations I've seen in years, because it not only makes it an appealing film, but it also manages to preserve the characters, the themes, and the world that are so well established in the novel. Ultimately, if you're a fan of the novel, you will not be disappointed. And if you're new to the Enderverse, you are going to find a world full of visual splendor and rich with substantial, meaningful content for you to savor, topped off with an ending, a final 20 minutes that's going to leave you picking your jaw up off the floor. Ender can be a hard character to relate to at times, and that's understandable because the character in the film has a fraction of the time that they can obviously give him in the novel. What we end up getting in the film is a short-lived pariah who quickly rallies the downtrodden of this station of misfit killers. He's not so much an underdog as an upstart. Less Robin Hood, more Julius Caesar. The movie guest stars Trevor from Iron Man 3. Ben Kingsley sounds like he escaped from Middle-earth and had a crazy wild night with Darth Maul at a tattoo parlor. I'm an actor. The movie really pushes that in spite of the horrible, violent acts that Ender commits, the one thing that sets him apart from the monsters, whether alien or human, that he faces in his story, the one thing that sets him apart is his capacity for compassion. His empathy is what sets him apart, what makes him a character and a hero we can root for, in spite of anything and everything he does do. It isn't just about winning the battles, it's about how we win. It begs the question, what is the point of saving the human race if we don't deserve it? If we seek victory at whatever cost, even to the point of becoming monsters ourselves, maybe we were monsters all along. Overall, I gotta say, it was captivating, great visual effects, great themes, great characters. It delivered on those pillars. You will be thinking about it days after, because there's a lot to think on, a lot to chew on. And I gotta say, for my JabberTalky review, this movie is a 7.5 out of 10, a great score. This movie is Jabber worthy of your time. Go see it. I know I enjoyed it, I think you will too. Like, share, leave me a comment, tell me what you thought of Ender's Game, or tell me what your favorite sci-fi is. A really thought-provoking film. Throw one at me. Thanks for your time. This is JabberTalky. Out.